Captain Zethar had saved exactly one human life, and it was ruining everything. The Kytherian freighter captain had been making a routine cargo run through the neutral zone when he detected the distress beacon. A human escape pod, life support failing, drifting in the void after what appeared to be a pirate attack. Standard galactic protocol suggested leaving it. Humans were newcomers to the galactic community. Their government had no significant trade agreements, and rescue operations were expensive. But something about the fading signal had compelled him to act. Maybe it was the way the human, Dr. Emily Carter, a xenobiologist, had thanked him with tears in her eyes. Maybe it was how she'd insisted on working in his medical bay during the 3-day journey to the nearest human outpost, learning Kytherian physiology just to help treat his crew's minor ailments. "You saved my life," she'd said simply when they'd reached Earth Station Alpha. "If there's ever anything at all, that you need, you call me." Zethar had accepted her contact information politely, never intending to use it. After all, what could one human possibly do for an established cargo hauler with decades of interstellar experience? That was 18 months ago. Now, as he stared at the impossible sight before him, Zethar was beginning to understand why older species spoke of humans in hushed, reverent tones. His ship, the Starwind's Grace, hung in the center of a construction web that defied belief. Human engineering vessels, hundreds of them, swarmed around his modest freighter like industrious insects. They were installing military-grade shields, quantum tunnel drives that cost more than most planets' GDP, and weapon systems that made dreadnoughts look underarmed. "Captain Zethar," came Dr. Carter's voice over the comm, warm and cheerful as if she were discussing the weather. "I hope you don't mind the modifications. When I heard about your little piracy problem in the Outer Rim, I thought you could use an upgrade." "Dr. Carter," Zethar managed, his vocal cords trembling with disbelief. This is a complete fleet refit. The cost alone must be." "Oh, don't worry about that," she interrupted. "I mentioned your situation to a few colleagues. Dr. Yamamoto from the Tokyo Institute contributed the shield generators. His daughter is studying xenobiology because of a paper I published after our trip. Commander Rodriguez provided the weapons systems. Apparently her brother's medical research was inspired by those Kytherian anatomy notes I shared." Zethar watched as human technicians installed what appeared to be experimental faster-than-light communication arrays. But the quantum drives, these are prototype technology. They're not even available to human military. Professor Kim at the lunar shipyards owed me a favor. I helped design the biocompatible interfaces for their new exploration ships. He was happy to contribute. Carter's voice carried that peculiar human quality, casual generosity that masked terrifying competence. "Dr. Carter, I saved one life. This response is disproportionate." A pause. When she spoke again, her voice carried something that made Zethar scales ripple with primitive recognition. "Captain, you saved my life when you had no obligation to do so. No profit motive, nothing to gain. You did it because it was right." The construction web began retracting, revealing Zethar ship transformed into something that belonged in Earth's most classified military files. "Humans don't forget debts," Carter continued. "And we don't do anything halfway. You gave me my life back, my research, my family, my future. Every human who benefits from my work, every discovery I make, every life I touch in turn, that's all connected back to your decision to answer a distress call." Zethar neural implants chimed with incoming data streams, star charts for safe routes through pirate territory, contact lists for human merchants eager to trade, and somehow, impossibly, a letter of credit from the Bank of Earth guaranteeing his family's financial security for the next 6 generations. "The galaxy operates on reciprocity," Carter said softly. "Most species calculate exact equivalence. You save a life, someone owes you a life. Humans." She chuckled. "Humans calculate compound interest." As his transformed ship powered up systems that shouldn't have existed, Zethar finally understood the warning his grandfather had given him about dealing with humans. "Be careful what kindness you show them, young one. They have a dangerous habit of making sure it pays dividends forever. The Starwind's Grace slipped into Quantum Tunnel, leaving behind a construction fleet that was already building a research station in Carter's name. Humanity's debt had only just begun to pay.